So the question we wish to discuss today is whether it is possible to follow the path of jnana, that is the knowledge, and bhakti, the devotion, at the same time, or they are mutually exclusive. We see that there are these two major distinct paths. One goes with the intellectual understanding, deeper questioning, and the other is the path of bhakti, which believes in acceptance and surrender. So the sadhaka here wants to know whether these two paths can go together, or is it like if one chooses one path, then he cannot go to the another. Before we go to the audience, I would like to ask my student Brinda to share her views, and then we can ask people in the meeting. Yes, Brinda, please.
Namaste, everyone.
Yes.
Sir, this statement reminds me of the words from Swami Vivekananda, who says about Lord Buddha and Adi Shankaracharya. He says we need the intellect of Shankara and the love of Buddha to progress in the path. So both of it is needed, and if we look at the quality of an enlightened being, it is nirbhiti and mahapriti. So to conquer knowledge is getting courage. That nirbhiti, the power over everything when you have knowledge with you, and mahapriti, that all loving compassion and love within you cultivates when you follow both together. Yes, sir. It is possible.
It is possible. What do you think? Jnana leads to bhakti or bhakti leads to jnana?
I guess jnana leads to bhakti, sir.
Okay, so you feel that both the paths can be done at the same time.
Right, sir.
Let us hear from Tarana.
Morning, sir. Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
I would like to go with Vrinda, what Swami Vivekananda said. At the same time, I want to say it is bi-directional. Like, it's not jnana leads to bhakti. It can be jnana lead to bhakti. At the same time, bhakti leads to jnana. Why? What I feel, when you fall in bhakti, it is because you have some knowledge about that particular field, and so that you can more, you can fall deeply more. Without jnana, simply we are doing bhakti, you can come back again and again from your sadhana, having so many questions, no rational in that. So having jnana is important. And if at the same time, when you will fall in bhakti, you will like to know more about it. What is it? Why I am falling? Why it is happening with me? What is this emotion? So yeah, they are bi-directional.
Yes, so both
Thanks.
the students feel that they are not mutually exclusive, and Brinda says that jnana leads to bhakti, whereas Tarana says that both can lead to each other. Now,
So without the gnana, it is very difficult to get the bhakti. So they cannot know what is real bhakti also. So by knowing the gnana and studying about the scriptures, and also with the satsang or with the knowledge of the guru or advice of the guru and bodhanas from the guru, first he will get the gnana. After cultivating the gnana, he will definitely have a bhakti, which is definitely its pure form.
Gandhi sir, is it possible that somebody, performs the bhakti superficially only? He just does the nama japa. Can this bhakti lead to jnana? What do you think? What is your opinion?
By by just uh, by knowing just nama itself will not sufficient, sir. So if you know what is uttering the nama, who is that person, and what is his greatness, and what he has given to other people, and he should know, then only you will get the fruit of that nama japa. Just telling by nama without uh, knowing about Rama, what is his greatness, what is achievement, what is his sacrifice, what I learned from him, and without knowing about Rama. If you say just like Rama, if you ask the foreigner to tell about Rama, he will tell like a record player, like even 10,000 times also, but he will be not knowing who is Rama. So definitely you will not get bhakti.
To ask one question to you on this point. You said about Rama.
Yeah.
We know about Valmiki, who was actually, a thief. He was a dacoit. You know that, right?
Yes, yes.
Valmiki was a dacoit, and he couldn't even utter the word Rama. Therefore, he started with Mara, 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 Mara. And just by taking the name of God, he became a great scholar who wrote Ramayana. This is there. This is there in
Yes,
the
sir.
history. Um Means there are some examples where the Nama had led to Rupa. You continue doing Nama Japa, and that Nama brings forth the Rupa of the deity. And that Rupa of the deity leads to deeper jnana. For example, there are many such saints like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa who never went to any school, who never received any formal education, but they just started with their pure bhakti. And from the bhakti, the nama, the rupa came up. Kali taught him. Kali came and taught him. The nama also in it itself is like a seed which you sow in your heart. And in the beginning, you nourish the plant, but later on, the plant, the trees start nourishing you. Hmm? So, what would you say on this, Gandhi sir? These such examples are also there, no, in the history.
Yes, sir. Kali, so the deeper he has to understand the divinity and nature of the reality. So the Guru might have told the reality and divinity of Kali. So what is her power, and you will get that power. You will, when telling the Kali's name, you will get the power like that. You might have advised the Guru. So that divinity and what reality, nature of the divinity of the Kali must be imbibed in his mind. So I will get that power. I will become a great person. I will become a great saint. Like that in mind is the divinity is the culting. Then only when he utters the name of Kali, he will get the later only with that gnana he can develop
Your
afterwards.
point is that he should have at least some knowledge about it, then only it will grow. If you
Yes, yes,
just
sir.
give
Yes,
someone
yes,
to a
yes.
foreigner who doesn't have any idea, if he chants Rama, he will not get the Rupa of Rama. That is what you want to say.
Yeah, lead to, so only if you cultivate a bhakti, so it can, so understanding of the divinity should be there. What divinity is there? See, if he utters, he knows about the Jesus Christ, about he knows the crucifixion, how he is there, and all those things. When he says Jesus Christ save me means definitely he will have a real bhakti because he knows the background of Jesus Christ. So when without the background of the Rama, if he utters, so definitely there won't be just like a record player playing Rama, Rama. It will be like that.
Okay,
That's
Gandhi.
what I feel.
Let us hear from others also. Thank you very much for sharing your wonderful views. Raghunath ji, you want to share something?
Sir, I feel that bhakti is a means to attain gnana, sir, because, say, for example, my virtue of my chanting every day, and I devote myself to Krishna, and I try to analyze, find out myself whether what I've been doing for the day, whether that particular path, that is towards realization of something positive towards the godly nature. So that's what I feel, that this is a path to attain the divine nature. So that's what I feel about it.
Yes. So there are people both ways. Gandhi sir says jnana leads to bhakti. Raghunath ji says bhakti leads to jnana. Let us hear from Shobhana ji.
Morning, sir. I agree with Raghunath ji, like bhakti leads to jnana, or it can be simultaneous. It's more of a surrender. So whether you do japa with the innocence, with full heart, you do some japa, or just without knowing the deity or without knowing the God, if you do it, That's a surrender. Like how we do to our parents, not with jnana, we do respect. So these are, gods are more parents. So I think the surrender is the main thing, and then jnana automatically comes with the grace of God, is what I believe.
So surrender and jnana coming by the grace because you have surrendered. This is the mechanism that Shobhana ji tells us, that through bhakti jnana can also come. Wonderful. Anybody else?
सर, निर्गुण और सगुण की बात हो रही है।
Hmm.
जब मैं भक्ति और ज्ञान को अलग अलग देखता हूँ तो मुझे कई सारे एग्जाम्पल ध्यान में आते हैं। जैसे अगर किसी व्यक्ति को कोई गीत याद कराना हो
Hmm.
तो आप उसे केवल म्यूजिक दे दें,
Hmm.
वो उसे ज्यादा दिन तक याद नहीं रख पाएगा, और मतलब उसको क्या बोलना चाहिए, उसे किसी जगह रखने का आधार नहीं मिल पाएगा।
Hmm.
समझ रहा है म्यूजिक को पर याद नहीं रख सकते। पर आप उसके साथ शब्द जोड़ दें जो उसके जीवन से जुड़ी हुई चीज है,
Hmm.
वो उसे याद रख पाएगा।
Hmm.
सेम एग्जांपल में ऐसा देखें कि हम हिंदुस्तान के लोग जो नाम एक दूसरे का जानते हैं,
Hmm.
वो वाले नाम और वो व्यक्ति हमें आराम से याद रहेंगे। लेकिन अगर कोई फॉरेनर है जिसके नाम हम आमतौर पे नहीं जानते, तो आप उस व्यक्ति को इंटरनली समझ रहे हैं पर उससे आप ज्यादा दिन तक याद नहीं रख पाएंगे, भूल जाएंगे।
Hmm.
नाम और रूप वाली बात आती है।
Hmm.
नाम रूप क्या है? तो बेशक नाम रूप जो है वो टिकाए रखने के साधन हैं, जो
Hmm.
कि भक्ति है।
Hmm.
जो सगुण ब्रह्म है
Hmm.
वो दरअसल भक्ति है।
Hmm.
पर उसे अंदर से जानना भी उतना ही जरूरी है कि अब मान लीजिए कोई गाना गा रहा है, यूं ही गा रहा है और वो संगीत को समझ ही नहीं रहा है,
Hmm.
उस ऊपर के शब्दों को केवल पकड़ के बैठा हुआ है,
Hmm.
ये भी सही नहीं है।
Hmm.
तो मोटे तौर पे मुझे भी दिखाई देता है कि आप ज्ञान से भक्ति की तरफ जाएं तो वो ज्यादा प्योर फॉर्म होगा।
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
ऐसा दिखता है, सरेंडर करना लगता है बहुत सही,
Hmm.
पर ये भी दिखाई देता है कि आप भक्ति से ज्ञान की तरफ आ सकते हैं। और वो मुझे प्रैक्टिकल अनुभव में ऐसे दिखता है सर कि जब हम लोग योग निद्रा में जाते हैं तो वहाँ एक संकल्प करते हैं।
Hmm.
उस संकल्प के दौरान मैं हमेशा कंफ्यूज रहा करता था, अभी जस्ट 7-8 दिन पहले कंफर्म हो पाया कि मुझे क्या करना है। तो वहां दो शब्द आते मेरे पास, एक प्रज्ञा और एक आता शांति।
Hmm.
तो मैं सोचता दोनों में से किसे असल में संकल्प में लेना चाहिए।
Hmm.
तो मैं सोचता कि प्रज्ञा जो है वो ज्ञान है, आपके अहम को, ईगो को पुष्ट करता है, मजबूत करता है, और इसके प्रति मैं तो हूँ इसलिए थोड़ा ज्ञानवादी हो जाता हूँ।
Hmm.
लेकिन मैंने ये महसूस किया सर कि अगर आपको प्रज्ञा है तो वो आपको शांति का राह दिखाए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, शांति की राह दिखाए। प्रज्ञा है मतलब प्रज्ञा आपके शीर्ष पे पहुंच के बोले कि शांति की तरफ जाओ।
Hmm.
पर आखिर तो प्रज्ञा ने भी शांति की तरफ ही भेजा ना।
Hmm. Hmm.
और दूसरी तरफ यदि आप में शांति है
Hmm.
तो उसे ऐसा देखे, जैसा आपने रामकृष्ण परमहंस के बारे में बताया, या सदगुरु कहते हैं कि वो बैठे रहे, मैं उसको पुष्टि नहीं कर रहा उनकी बात को, मैं नहीं जानता क्या होता है, पर कहते हैं कि जब आप ध्यान में जाते हो, जब आप शांत हो जाते हो, आपका मानसिक एक्चुअली क्या बोलना चाहिए, कार्य विधि सारी सारी बिल्कुल की बिल्कुल शांत हो जाती है,
Hmm.
तब आप पूरे ब्रह्मांड से कनेक्ट हो सकते हो
Hmm.
और सारे ज्ञान आपके अंदर आ सकते हैं। इसको अनुभव किया जा सकता है विपस्सना के दौरान।
Hmm.
आप आंख बंद करते हो, पहले सांस पे जाते हो, फिर उससे भी धीरे से असल में छोड़ देते हो, और आप भीतर सारे अपने, मुझे तो पता नहीं पर बताते हैं ऐसे ही कि आप ईड़ा पिंगला सुषुम्ना सब देख सकते हो, आप अपने शरीर के अंदर इन कर सकते हो, पूरी तरह भीतर जा सकते हो। इनके एग्जाम्पल खुद हमारे जो क्या बोलते हैं मैथोलॉजिकल जो ग्रंथ है, पुराण है, वो हैं कि उत्सारों ने इतने डिटेल वर्णन किया है हर चीज का, मनुष्य के शरीर का भी और पूरे ब्रह्मांड का भी, पिंड ब्रह्मांड दोनों का किया है, जबकि उनके पास कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंट नहीं थे।
Hmm.
इवन कि कहते हैं कि आयुर्वेद वगैरह जो लिखे गए हैं उसमें कई लोग बैठे हुए हैं, मतलब सैकड़ों लोग बैठे हुए हैं ध्यान की मुद्रा में, और लिखने वाला एक बैठा हुआ है। वो ध्यान की मुद्रा में बैठकर जो बोल रहे हैं उसे वो केवल नोट डाउन कर रहा है। उनके अनुभवों को वो किसी मीडियम से बोल रहे हैं, शब्द शायद सही नहीं होगा, पर कहते हैं वो ये कि सारे के अनुभव को वो इकट्ठा करके कागज पे लिख रहा है, क्योंकि वो
हाँ,
लिख नहीं सकते
सारे
उस समय।
सारे वेद जो है वो अपौरुषेय बोले जाते हैं ना,
जी, ऐसा कह
नो
रहे हैं।
सिंगल पर्सन।
मैं बहुत अच्छे से डिफाइन तो नहीं कर पा रहा,
हम्म।
पर मैं कहना यही चाह रहा हूँ कि सर कि अब मान लीजिए कि मैंने गुड़ खाया, मुझे उसका स्वाद बहुत बढ़िया पता है,
हम्म।
पर उसे दूसरे को बताने के लिए मुझे कोई ना कोई आधार पकड़ना होगा। भले ही मैं उसे बोलूं कि चीनी देखते हो कैसा होता है, लगभग वैसे ही होता है। तो
हम्म।
ये लगभग लगभग करके आप चलेंगे, वो
हम्म।
वाली कहानी हो जाएगी खीर वाली की, बगुले के जैसा खीर हो गया, गड़बड़ हो जाएगी। पर एक्चुअल चीज आप ले लेते हैं सामने, तो वो भक्ति है।
हम्म।
वो भक्ति में साकार चीज को आप पकड़ लेते हैं, और बहुत आसान होता है किसी के लिए भी भक्ति में जाना। तो भक्ति से एक्चुअली जाया जा सकता है
हम्म।
ज्ञान की तरफ, और
हम्म।
ज्ञान से भक्ति की तरफ जाया जा सकता है। मुझसे पूछेंगे तो मैं फिर कहूंगा कि ज्ञान से भक्ति की तरफ जाना
ज्यादा बेटर।
ज्यादा अच्छी बात है, लेकिन
हम्म।
भक्ति से ज्ञान की तरफ जाया जा सकता है, इसमें कोई परेशानी नहीं है। पर ज्ञान की तरफ भी जाओ तो वापस भक्ति की तरफ आ जाना, मेरा अपना सोचना ये है, और ये अभी लेटेस्ट अनुभव हुआ है।
वंडरफुल।
तो मैं
क्या,
यही कह सकता हूँ सर।
थैंक यू संजीव जी।
थैंक यू सर।
लेट अस हियर फ्रॉम अंजू जी।
सर मेरा थोड़ा सा ये भी कंसर्न है
हम्म।
कि अगर गलत ज्ञान हो तो बहुत नुकसान कर सकता है, बिकॉज हम ये के चल रहे हैं कि सब ज्ञान सही है,
हम्म।
पर ये बात जरूरी नहीं है।
हम्म।
अगर हमने अपने दिमाग में ज्ञान डाल दिया कि जो हमारे धर्म के नहीं गलत हैं वो मानना जरूरी है, तो वो जितनी हम भक्ति उसमें डालेंगे वो उतना हमारा नष्ट करेगा।
हम्म।
तो जब हम मान के चलते हैं कि मरा मरा कहने से वो राम राम पे गए,
हम्म।
उनको मरा मरा बोला गया इसलिए राम राम पे गए, अगर वो किसी और शब्द को पकड़ लेते तो शायद अपने आप को और सृष्टि को भी नष्ट कर सकते थे। तो
हम्म।
जैसे संजीव कह रहे हैं कि ज्ञान और सही ज्ञान जरूरी है, और फिर उसके बाद भक्ति आए, ना कि गलत ज्ञान हो और फिर उसके बाद भक्ति आए, तो फिर खतरनाक हो सकता है।
हम्म।
पर बाय डायरेक्शन बिल्कुल है कि अगर सही ज्ञान हो तो भक्ति आई जाती है,
हम्म।
और अगर सही भक्ति हो तो फिर सही ज्ञान पकड़ने की क्षमता आ जाती है। उसमें गुमराह थोड़ा होने का डर होता है, तो वो हमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा।
यस यस अंजू जी, बिल्कुल सही पॉइंट है आपका कि जो ज्ञान भक्ति का आधार बनता है वो सही ज्ञान होना चाहिए, नहीं तो ये हानिकारक हो सकता है। वंडरफुल। राधा रानी।
If knowledge is not properly explained, if they are not properly understand, they will fall into confusion. And these days scientifically the people are asking, they will go into confusion, and they'll go into wrong side, and they'll start arguing against about that, like we say no vitandavada, they'll do the all vitandavada. So with that, we are getting negative, because nowadays children are, I mean, it's my this thing. They are going Western, so they are ignoring because of lack of knowledge, and because of lack of knowledge, elderly people are also not able to explain understanding. So our elders are saying we used to do following blindly, but these people nowadays, the children are not able to follow if you say whatever they are saying elder. So here बोलने वाले को और सुनने वालों को दोनों को नीड प्रॉपर नॉलेज, देन ओनली दे कैन गो प्रॉपर रियल भक्ति योगा, देन ओनली दे कैन सरेंड, they can understand, and they can feel that essence. So then if you are blindly believing, it will not go like a blindly believing. We feel the exactly like what is Krishna bhakti, what is really the that is cannot be explained. One should feel that. So when they have exactly the proper knowledge and scientifically, then only they can go. Otherwise, we are seeing with the mere knowledge, uh, people are misusing, exploiting. Because I have seen in number of cases also, wrong gurujis, wrong thing. People are exploiting the innocent people, and people also with the half knowledge or with unknown knowledge, with less knowledge, they are going into problems, sir. This is my thing. So for everything, Whether you are completely following Gnana Yoga, for everything, exact Gnana, that complete knowledge with the proper explanation, it is needed, sir. That is my this thing, sir, opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So Radhaji
मैं
says
एक बात
that
कहना
it's
चाहता
very
हूँ
important to have correct knowledge.
अगर आप थोड़ा इजाजत दे। एक्चुअली सर अभी बात की, जैसे अंजू मैम ने भी कहा और अभी भी मैम बता रही थी कि ज्ञान प्रॉपर वे में होना चाहिए या भक्ति में कहीं भटक न जाए। तो दरअसल मुझे लगता है सर कि इसमें भाव सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। देखिए, भाव का अर्थ क्या है कि जब हम राम राम बोल रहे होते हैं तो वो व्यक्ति विशेष राम की बात नहीं कर रहे होते हैं। वो जो हाथ में धनुष लिए बैठे हैं ना, तो ये अपने भाव से असल में सबके आता होगा, क्या आता है पता नहीं, पर जिसके भी भाव में आता है, भाव में वो अच्छा वाला भाव ही आता है। अदरवाइज अगर आपको लाख ज्ञान हो, अगर आपके भाव गलत हैं तो आप रावण हो जाएंगे। और अगर आपके भाव अच्छे हैं तो आपको
Yes. Sanjeev ji, we cannot hear you.
Who was Ram actually? राम तो थे ही नहीं, पर उनके भाव में है परमात्मा। वो नहीं जानते क्या बोल रहे। मान लीजिए कि मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि किसी भाषा में मरा शब्द का मतलब परमात्मा होता और हमारी भाषा में कुछ और हो सकता है। तो ऐसा थोड़ी कि परमात्मा कोई क्या बोलते हैं भाषा विशेष से संबंधित है, वैसा नहीं है। तो अगर आपके भाव अच्छे हैं तो आपको अगर गलत गुरु भी मिल गया कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, गलत मंत्र भी ले लिया कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। अगर आपके भाव अच्छे हैं तो थोड़ा कम भी ज्ञान है कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। इसीलिए भक्ति मार्ग बहुत आसान पड़ता है।
क्या बात है।
भक्ति में जाओ और भक्ति में जाने के बाद आप जहाँ चाहे वहां पहुंच जाओ। ज्ञान, अब सीधी सी बात है, अगर मुझे मेरा प्रिय मिल जाए तो पहले मिल गया तो निश्चित रूप से प्रेम में मिल गया। पर ऐसे थोड़ी है कि मैं उसे बैठा करके प्रेम में लटका दूंगा। मैं उसके बारे में जानने की कोशिश करूंगा ही, तो ज्ञान तो अपने आप ही पैदा होगा। और जानने की कोशिश होगी, कोई और तो नहीं है, कुछ और तो नहीं है, कोई दूसरा तो ना पकड़ लूं मैं।
बहुत
कुतूहल है इंसान के अंदर, तो ऐसा
बहुत
भाव
सुंदर जवाब
इंपॉर्टेंट
दिया
है
सर
मुझे
आप।
लगता है ऐसा सब में।
संजीव जी बहुत ही सुंदर पॉइंट आपने रखा कि द भावा बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड इफ आई एम रियली इन ट्रू भक्ति आई वुड वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट माय बिलवेड, so automatically jnana will come. Beautiful. I have found out some interesting shlokas where these two intersect. Let us try to understand based on Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna, fourth chapter, in the beginning he takes the path of jnana. He says nahi jnana sudrusham pavitram iha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddhah kalenatmani vindati. In this world there is nothing as purifying as the knowledge, the divine knowledge. One who has attained purity of mind through prolonged practice of yoga receives such knowledge within one's own heart in due course of time. So knowledge is not something that is acquired from outside. You may read, means there are many knowledgeable people who know complete granthas, they know all the Vedas, they can chant them, they know Bhagavad Gita, but just having the information is not knowledge. Knowledge is an insight. Knowledge is an insight into what is written. You keep reading one thing many times and suddenly one day you realize, oh my God, it is like this. Now this is knowledge. Your Vijnanamaya Kosha opens up and gives you knowledge. For that knowledge to come, you do not have to become a bookworm. You do not have to read 10 books. Or when you say that Gautama the Buddha became or he reached nirvana, it is not because he had a big library. Otherwise, the librarian would be the first one who would reach nirvana. Librarians, they don't have any other work. They keep reading books. So we have to first understand what does this jnana means and how does this jnana come. Krishna says that the jnana comes naturally in the heart of the person who has reached certain level of purity of his emotions, purity of his heart by prolonged practice of yoga. In this practice of yoga, yoga means to connect. So even if a bhakta is using nama japa to connect to the God again and again, again and again, again and again, he reaches that samsiddhi, that kind of a purity, that pavitra miha vidyate. So then also naturally from the heart the jnana comes. All of us know, our old grandmother who had done nothing, never went to school, but had been completely devoted to God. Even we, intellectual learned people get confused, but then she comes up and gives us proper insight into the issue and tells us what is to be done. Now, this is real jnana. In fact, in that sense, I feel that an innocent villager, who is doing his karma and dedicating it to God, has much more awareness about this planet, consciousness about the nature than many learned people who go in big, big universities. So therefore, we have to understand that jnana comes from within and it arises in a heart which is pure and simple. And second is Krishna also tells that even to obtain this jnana, you have to obtain it from a person who is a tattvadarshi, who has that vision to see the insight of the things. And what is the way of obtaining this jnana? The way of obtaining this jnana is bhakti. Tad vidhi pranipata. How will a jnani bow down to someone? Because for him, everything is one. There is no duality. No, in jnana, aham brahmasmi, I am Brahma. So everything is Brahma. How can a jnani have a guru? Because then the guru is another, and if a jnani wants jnana from his guru, he should have bhakti to his guru. That is what Krishna says. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. You do seva, you approach the master with reverence. This reverence is devotion and surrender. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninah tattvadarshinaha. So even when a person seeks jnana, he should have certain kind of reverence within him, certain kind of devotion and surrender within him. Then only that jnana, he becomes receptive to that jnana. So in these two shlokas, we see that bhakti creates a background for real jnana to come. If that background, that bhava is not there, then this jnana that we think as jnana only becomes a booster for our ego, and that ahankara that comes because of reading many books actually leads to more mudhata. According to Bhagavad Gita, it says that more ahankara, more the mudhata, more difficulty to get proper insight into the issue. So here we have to be very, very careful. In the path of jnana, it is very easy to get confused with gathering more and more information to satisfy your ego. It is because at any form, I should be able to show how much I know, or I should be able to answer everything. But it is not real quest. It is not a real quest of understanding who am I, or understanding what this nature is all about, or genuine curiosity about who the creator is. For that to happen, Krishna says that you need certain level of purity of heart, purity of emotions, and certain level of devotion. Then your heart becomes conducive to receive that knowledge. Then he says, definitely he says that jnana is wonderful, even if a person is the greatest of all the sinners. Api chedasi papebhyah sarvebhyah papakrittamah sarvam jnana plavenaiva vrijinam santarishyasi. By the boat of divine knowledge, even the greatest of all sinners can go beyond the sins. So jnana also has a purifying property. So the positive cycle starts. Again in this sloka, again you see who gets jnana? Shraddhavanam labate jnanam. Shraddha is a point of bhakti. Those who have faith that there is a divine knowledge, that I have to receive it with humbleness. Tatparaha means again devoted to that. Sanyatendriya is one who controls the senses. So Shraddha, Tatparata, and control of the senses. These three are required to obtain jnana. From jnana, shanti comes. Sanjeev ji was talking about pradnya or shanti. Krishna says, jnanam labdhva param shantim. From jnana comes para shanti. But for that jnana to come, shraddha should be there. For real jnana to come. For information to come, you may not have any shraddha. Then what else do we see here? Krishna also wants against this particular, wrong knowledge, which people were talking about, is not only wrong information, lot of information that boosts my ego and makes me more and more skeptical, make me lose all my shraddha that I have in my heart, also is something which Krishna does not support. He says persons who possess neither faith nor knowledge, or who are of doubting nature, doubting everything, suffer a downfall. He uses very strong word. He says samshaya atma vinashyati. For the skeptical souls, there is no happiness either in this world or the next world. So I have seen, many people who gather a lot of information, and that information, when starts boosting their I-ness, they start going towards this side. They start questioning everything. And by questioning, it actually is a boost for their ego only. By questioning everything, they just want to feel or show that they know so much. But ultimately, Krishna once again this kind of an attitude and says, such kind of souls suffer a downfall. Then, as everybody told, Krishna also agrees with that. He says, Chaturvidha bhajante mam. 4 kind of people actually worship me. Janaha sukrutino arjuna. All 4 of them are good. Who are the? Arto, jitnyasu, artharthi, jnani cha bharatarshava. Arto, one who is distressed, in pain. One who is jigyasu, real seeker of knowledge. Artharthi is the one who wants to approach me because he wants to give me something and want something from me. And those who are situated in knowledge. He puts jnani as the final one. And he says that the one who has real insight into everything, real knowledge, yes, he is the one who is greatest among all the 4 qualities of bhakta who approach me. Tesham jnani nitya yukta ek bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnaninyotartham aham sacha mama priyaha. Among them, O Arjuna, one who has real insight, real jnana. So please understand that this jnana comes to an innocent soul. He gets an insight, he gets a vision that everything is divine. That jnani, when he does his bhakti becomes a ek bhakti, singular, one-pointed bhakti, jnani can get. And such a jnani who moves on the path of bhakti after jnana is very dear to Krishna, and Krishna or the divine is also very dear to him. So here, jnana helps make bhakti one-pointed. In the beginning, we see many people, they start bhakti with their pure shraddha. They may not understand much. They start worshipping many gods. We see our grandmas, the ladies there in the villages, they fear that if I don't worship one deity, another deity will become angry on me. But as their jnana grows, as their bhakti becomes one-pointed. That jnana gives them that fearlessness that everything is my one divine, my one Krishna, Rama or Devi or Shiva. So jnana makes the bhakti one-pointed, and that is why jnani bhakta is considered as the greatest quality of bhakta. And here, in the beginning, some bhakti is required for you to have a surface to receive jnana, and then that jnana refines your bhakti. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanvan mam prapadyate vasudevah sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. When you reach such a state, when after your jnana, now you are moving towards bhakti, बहुत समय ज्ञान में बिताने के बाद जब आपका मन भक्ति की तरफ मूव होने लगता है, तो आपको ये समझ लेना चाहिए कि बहुत सारे जन्मों के अंत में ये जन्म आपको मिला है, क्योंकि ऐसे महात्मा बहुत ही दुर्लभ है जो कि ज्ञानी होने के साथ साथ भक्ति के मार्ग में भी आगे बढ़ के वासुदेव सर्वमिति इस तरह का रियलाइजेशन में जो लोग पहुंच रहे हैं. So therefore, Krishna tells Many births have gone before. If you have reached a state in this life where you are able to combine jnana and use that jnana to move into bhakti, then be sure that many lives have passed behind you, where you have spent time in karma, you have spent time in jnana, and now you have ripened to move towards the highest quality of bhakti, which is the bhakti of a jnani. Kameste. So Krishna also says, that many people who are carried away by my material, carried away by material desire, they surrender to the celestial god, they surrender to local deities because they want their desires to be fulfilled by those deities. And they practice those rituals. But Krishna says, yo yam tanu bhaktah shraddhaya architum ichhati tasya chalam shraddhaya tam eva vidadamyam. Whatever celestial form or deity one seeks to worship with faith, I steady the faith of such a devotee in that form. You are devoted to Hanuman, Krishna will strengthen your devotion towards Hanuman. You are devoted to Devi, Krishna will strengthen your devotion to Devi, or to any devata that you are devoted to. He says, I start reinforcing the Shraddha in that direction. Endowed with faith, the devotee worships a particular god and obtains the object of desire, but in reality, I alone arrange these benefits. When election comes and one sees, okay, the PM candidate, I am voting this MLA, but I am looking at Modi. That is how people vote. In the same way, whenever you go to the local deities and you ask for your desire, actually that is coming from the supreme, the divine consciousness itself. That is what Krishna tells, that I am that in Bhagavad Gita. And he says that, but the fruit gained by these kind of people who have little understanding is perishable. You are spending your life to get your material desires, worshipping local deity. That fruit is limited. And those who worship celestial God go to the celestial abodes. Whatever you worship, wherever you go, you reach that state of evolution. While those who are my devotee, who see the supreme hidden one behind, they reach me. And here, in this sloka in 7th chapter, he says that the less intelligent one think that the Sri Krishna was formless earlier and now have assumed this personality and I have become a mortal being. When he was there, he said that they do not understand the imperishable, exalted nature of my personal form. What is he telling here? This is there in Padma Purana also. When, Rishi Agastya had this desire to see the real divine form, the real true nature of the Lord as the Brahma, as the overarching principle, then when he was shown that form, Krishna actually showed him his physical form where he is sitting in Vrindavan and playing a flute. That was actually a Saguna Avatara. And Krishna said here that even my personal form is an ultimate manifestation of the formless in its fullest perfection. But very few people are actually able to understand that. येषां त्वन्तगतं पापं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्व विनिर्मुक्ता भजन्ते माम दृढव्रताः. Such people who are becoming free from their sins by engaging in pious activities, in karma yoga, in taking the name of the divine, in going in contemplating on the knowledge that they are gaining, ultimately they go beyond the illusion of dualities. And as they go beyond the illusion of dualities, their worship actually becomes stronger and stronger. Their determination towards bhakti becomes stronger and stronger. So therefore, Krishna says that from the bhakti of a jnani, one reaches a state of para bhakti, prema lakshana, highest state of bhakti. And that kind of bhakti is obtained by one situated in Brahman. Brahma bhutaha. What does it mean? Brahma bhuta means you are in a state of Gautama the Buddha only. You are in a state of nirvana only. Brahma bhutaha prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. One who never becomes sad, never desires, is satisfied within one's own nature in this blissful peace. And is equal minded to all the beings in this universe, seeing the same divine everywhere, that person becomes eligible for para bhakti. So see how beautifully, bhakti is leading to jnana, jnana is refining the bhakti, that is leading to, at a state one realizes oneself, but then again one gets into a level of duality to get into a para ananda or para bhakti. So it is like you become non-dual, again you want to be dual, you again become non-dual, again you want to be dual. In that state, one goes into next higher and higher states of ananda. An ant can stay beside a pot of sugar, and keep sucking the rasa of the sugar by the side, or the ant can become the sugar. So it is the choice of the ant, but sometimes this happens in a higher state, that sometimes the ant becomes sugar, sometimes the ant wants to become ant and enjoy sugar from outside. And this is the state of a jnani bhakta at the highest state of evolution. And we have to understand that the same divine, which is non-dual, also assumes the duality as a part of divine to make the jnana of the deity about the divine become better, because without the duality, even you cannot have deeper knowledge of the divine that you are worshipping. So in this way, I feel that jnana and bhakti, definitely they are interconnected and they are bidirectional. But at the highest state of evolution, a jnani also wants to taste bhakti. A jnani also wants to, he deliberately wants to go into the duality to enjoy the beauty of the divine. So thank you. I think we had a very interesting, beautiful discussion. Thank you, all of you, for your wonderful inputs. I pray for all of you that you keep growing in the path of bhakti as well as jnana, on the path that Krishna wants us to grow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
sir.
sir. Very
Very excellent,
beautiful
sir.
today. Beautiful thing. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
one doubt is there, sir.
Yes.
Arjuna and Krishna, they're all friends, and Arjuna is more devoted to Krishna. Even then, so he never had the knowledge. Only Bhakti had a friend and is a philosopher. He knows Krishna, Arjuna. But why he has to give us 18 chapter for the Arjuna about the Gnana? Then only so that he can understand. Then only in every chapter he understands everything one by one. When you go on, Krishna is telling, Arjuna understand. Now only I understood Krishna. Now only I understood, like that. So like that, till the yoga of self-realization, he goes on telling 18 chapters. Why it is read? Only one word would have been given. You tell my name itself. That is would have sufficient Arjuna, but he did not do it. So can you answer for this one, sir?
Yeah, Gadi sir, everybody has their own state of evolution. You have to see your client when you give psychotherapy. You have to choose which path that suits the client at his state of evolution. So at the state that Krishna Arjuna was, he was first offered the path of karma. That didn't suit him. Then he was offered jnana in the 4th chapter. That didn't suit him. Then he was offered the path of meditation, dhyana yoga, in the 6th chapter. That also didn't suit him. Ultimately, what suited him? सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहम त्वा सर्व पापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. In 18th chapter, when Krishna tells, I will free you from all the sins, surrender everything to me, I will take care. Then he says, Karishye vachanam tava. Okay, Krishna, you made me so much knowledge, you gave me, everything went above my head. Finally, I surrender to you, and this is the way that I will work. This is how Bhagavad Gita ends. So, in the way that definitely he made him understand many things, but then what did he understand? He understood path of bhakti only. Okay, so please contemplate on these thoughts. We will continue discussions. Thank you. Namaste.
सर एक छोटा क्वेश्चन है सर
बोलिए।
मतलब सर मैं नाम जपा करती हूँ मुझे भक्ति करने से बहुत अच्छा लगता है आई फील वेरी फुलफिलिंग अबाउट इट बट सर व्हाट इज दिस ज्ञान सर मुझे अभी तक ज्ञान क्या है कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया मतलब ज्ञान में क्या करना है, या मतलब वो मे बी अननोइंगली आई एम डूइंग बट आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ इट। तो मुझे आज का आपका सब ये सुन के ऐसा लग रहा है कि मुझे पता नहीं है कि ज्ञान क्या है। मैं जब करती हूँ, भक्ति करती हूँ, उससे मुझे बहुत आनंद मिलता है।
आनंद मिलता है। आपके लिए ज्ञान का रास्ता प्रेम से आएगा। आप for you the jnana will come through love. So therefore what you have to do is, you don't have to think about jnana, you have to think about how can I connect to my deity more often, how can I offer all my actions to my deity, what can I do to please my deity, can I avoid the behaviors which my deity won't like, can I do the behaviors which my deity would love me to do. So उनके प्रतिकूल, आपके जो भी डीटी है ना, उनके प्रतिकूल आचरण मत कीजिए, उनके अनुकूल आचरण कीजिए। दूसरा, जितना ज्यादा हो सके उनसे कनेक्ट होइए। तीसरा, अपने कर्मों को, जब भी आपको मेरी बात याद आए, अपने कर्मों को अपने डीटी को ऑफर कीजिए। इससे क्या होगा, आपका अपने डीटी के प्रति प्रेम जो है वो सघन होगा। योर लव विल बिकम डेंस। इन दैट डेंसिटी ऑफ लव, ज्ञाना विल ऑटोमेटिकली कम टू यू। दिस इज हाउ मीराबाई गॉट द ज्ञाना, and she was able to debate with greatest of scholars. In that way only your jnana will come, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
One thing, sir, regarding Surya Namaskara, today by bending backwards,
Yeah.
yeah, so I had seen some students, young boys, sir, were fell down. So because when they close their eyes, definitely they will not know the
They should keep the
balancing, how
eyes
to
open
balance,
when they
how to
bend
move,
back.
how to
Yes,
go back.
you are very
Yeah,
correct.
so that is yeah. So one student has fell down and they has to take the CT and all. So
Yes,
they should limit their bending back, sir. It is very important. And
definitely.
while bending also, they should open their eyes also. That is the
Yes,
most important, because when they close eyes, they
yes.
will not feel the balancing act also.
I completely agree with you, and thank you for bringing this point, Gandhi sir.
Yes.
This is what we advise to our students also. Keep your eyes open when you bend back, but her eyes were closed and she bent too much. She bent too much. So this is actually, a precaution, especially for the elderly people who are there. Please do your yoga closer to a wall where you have something to hold on to. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. See you next week. Bye.
One more thing, sir. The Surya Namaskara can be also done by elders, for elders, on chair Surya Namaskara. It is there, sir.
Yes.
Same breathing and same 10 asanas can be followed in the
We know,
chair.
sir. We know this. Actually, I think in the next class, we will do one round chair Surya Namaskar and one round standing. In my next
Yes.
Tuesday class, we will do that.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you, sir.